We're getting off the ship today in Brest, France. Brest. Of course, we're on the Enchanted Princess. We've just crossed the Atlantic Ocean. And contrary to mythology, there is only one Brest, France. So, at least as far as I know. There may be another one in Poland. Ah. But there's the ship. And there's the Brest, France. We have to take a shuttle because it's a working port. So we got to get a bus to go into town and a bus back from town. And this is the queue, the line. Well, we're leaving the port. They're working on a Royal Caribbean ship right there, Rhapsody of the Seas. And we're headed into town. Oh, flowers everywhere. So we're getting off the bus in the town center. And I guess we picked them back up here.
Yeah.
So this is the center of Brest. So this is where they're gonna pick us back up. Shuttle buses. They say Enchanted Princess in the window. It's hard to see, but it's there. They were supposed to stop at the Maritime Museum also, but in an effort to save time, they decided to only go here. You can walk to the museum. They apparently have rapid transit trains. I don't know if it's subway also. Certainly not below ground here. They have roadside with frites maison, house fries maybe, burger, coffee shop, milkshake, El Paso, sauce Mexicana. There's another one, Liberté. You were probably hoping that we would ride the merry-go-round, but it appears to be closed today. There are fountains here though we can run through. We came from where that bus is. I see a lot of people walking down that way. We thought maybe we'd go up here and cross around and then come back down. There's the merry-go-round. We've walked up a block or so. This is the second Levi's place I've seen. Jewelry store, Jacadi, Paris. Not sure what that is. Clothes, kids' clothes maybe. Come up a few blocks, and if you're looking for the golden arches, they're right there. We're not, but you should know. They have a McDonald's right here. And a pharmacy. Across from the sunglass store is a store that says free. I don't know what is free in there. Of course, I guess people live up there. And there's the E-Space. And Anne Chaucer. And people in line for something here. This must be the place to eat, I guess. Barbershop. Excusez-moi. That's the first pastry shop, Janet says. Coffee shop. That's the first line I've seen at a restaurant. Guess it's safe to cross. This is not a steep incline, but it's an incline. The story of chocolate. Dive masks? I guess you can get prescription dive masks there. Hey, Burger King! It's the home of the Whopper. Ah, they teach you to speak English here. And Pattaya, Thai street food. I noticed the food is not cheap here. It's definitely not cheap. I mean, a donut and a coffee was $3.50 or something. We've walked all the way up. There's a couple trains there. Elena Fafaloo or Refaloo there. Police, and look at this we found. Now that is a pretty old looking church. And it says it's almost 1 o'clock. We have this old church here. We're gonna go and check out whatever that is there first, and then come back this way. I mean, as long as we're up here, the sign says it's the cemetery of Brest. And we found a cemetery.
Oh, this is creepy.
Replete with watering cans. Why is it creepy? This poor guy. He's flat. 1879, 1905. So like I was telling Janet, this place is fairly large. It's got a lot of flowers, although I'm guessing that's some sort of weed, really. But they're everywhere. They kind of make it look pretty, right? And it's kind of a nice day. It's very cold, but you know, sunny, fluffy clouds. These things, right? These are weird. They're on several of the graves. That was the cemetery. We're walking back down to the big church, Church Anglise, I think it says, so English church. Not sure why English, but here's the church. I do notice the time is 5 minutes faster than what I have. It's called Église Saint Martin. So I'm not sure what that means. Gonna wait for another car to pass. Yeah, building up there. And then we're gonna go walk around it. So they probably don't use these doors. Probably don't even use those doors. Let's walk around it. See what we can see. By the way, I want you to look at how French this area looks. Right? I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool? We've walked around from there. And I don't know if you know about camellias, but this thing is so old it's become a tree, right? But it's definitely a camellia, a pink one. And that's definitely a church steeple. So there's one of these big round stained glass windows here, and I guess these are, well, these look clear. So if we could get inside and look out that, I'm sure it would be amazing. Here's the church. I guess this isn't the entrance over here either. And I think we need to go over another block now. So we walked all the way around. I think that's a big white rhododendron, maybe pink ones too. There's the church steeple again. Flying buttresses, stained glass windows. But it was locked up. Almost like they don't use it anymore. It gave me the impression. Although it is just Tuesday or something. And Easter was a couple days ago. But we're gonna go back down the way we came and then go across to the water. Some eclairs. Cheesecake. Oh, look at those things. Hello. I mean, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Ah, bien. The church was up there a few blocks. The merry-go-round is right there. You can see that's the way back. We're gonna detour off this way. See what's out here. Busy road, that's one thing that's out here. And a Pimki, I think. West France. There's all these paintings on the side of the buildings. And a big round building. See that? And tacos. Original French tacos. Mais oui. It says mais oui. If you're in the market, you can pick up some of these things. I might be careful trying to bring them back on the ship though. Maybe you want to stick with clothes and jewelry and incense. That smelled like incense. Of course you can't smell it. I'm not sure what that says exactly, but I think I get the meaning. Of course I didn't bring a dog. Look at this, bar to back. This is the first graffiti, I would call it. Maybe. I mean, it's a mural, but somebody's done graffiti. But there's been no graffiti in this town. In fact, it's very clean, I think. Well, there's some graffiti, but not on the stone, not on the walls. Oh, but maybe. Oh yeah, so a little bit. Oh, there's where the fountains were. So we're at least back there. And look at this, the Hotel de Ville. Cruella de Ville, Cruella de Ville. So we found another taco place, and they're the veritable French tacos. And next to it, or part of it, is the new school tacos. As in a defibrillator right on the street. So we're back here. That's where the shuttle buses come, and there's one there right now. But we're gonna go under. This is an artichoke, I think. Anyway, we're gonna go under after we go into the fountain. And this is that hotel, de Ville, I think, from the other side, overlooking the city. It is an underwater camera after all. So I believe, well, that at least is the Hotel de Ville. I'm not sure if that is. There's the fountain. There's where the shuttle buses stop. And we're gonna take pictures of people. And we're gonna go down there, hopefully to the fort and the water and Maritime Museum. So this is the Passage Jean Monnet, and of course the street is up above us, so it's really just a bridge with an underground. And then there's a little bridge there. I guess it's a pedestrian bridge, I don't know. There's a monument here. I'll have to look up and figure out what that is. I feel like it was meant to have water coming out of it and flowing down there. Plaza de Liberté. See, because there's water down there, I think. Or there should be. Huh. It's dry. It's like a little moat. A little castle here. A little Janet. A little bit of Janet in my life. Maybe a lot. So from this side, Bugle. Bugale? Oh, and Le Pigeon at the top. Well, let's head down this way. This is a nice, wide open promenade. So here's the Blind Piper and the Jolier Horloger and Le Pompon, Hotel Oceana, Nautilus Restaurant, Groupama, and of course the train tracks. There's a train down there. Vintage clothing. Of course, the monument is right there, and the shuttle buses are up past it, and the Hotel de Ville, and another Tabac flashing there. The history of chocolate, Fabrique de Chocolat. I don't know what that building is. Janet says there's an espresso store here. We could pick some up. We could sample some. Still see the monument up there. Now there's these water features out in the middle of the square. That one's got some clothes in it. Somebody's doing their laundry. I mean, we're not going to walk that far, I don't think. And I'm not sure what the Library of Dialogues is. I think it's a restaurant. No, it's a bookstore, maybe? I don't know. Oh, look it up there. I know a lot of you come not as prepared as me with this chapeau, with this fine chapeau. So there's a hat store here. Chapellerie des Arcades. And they got your military, they got your Drapo, they got your Homme, your Dame. I would say they have it all. This, Amazon. And here's the Pavilion de la Maroquinerie, which looks like purses. And I think we're getting pretty close to the water here. And I never know whether to cross or not. Everybody just walks, but the lights are red. And I guess we should watch for trains. Here comes a train. Let's cross back over. Well, prunes, sardines, olives, creme de sardine. Doesn't that sound delicious? Anyway, so it's a whole store of little tins. Dermatologist, psychologist. Well, you can still see the Hotel de Ville there and the monument, just barely. We've reached what I believe is the waterfront. That's the cable car, right? There's a cable car that goes to another part of the city. I'm not sure why. I'll try to find out. Look it up. Maybe you want to take the cable car next time you're in town. There's a guy singing and playing guitar. The cable car, and apparently it takes you across the river. Bugs! Takes you across the river over to there. I don't know why you couldn't just walk over there, but it's €2 round trip. And then over there, there's some narrow staircases or whatever. You know, it's like a, I don't know, fort maybe? Fort-like. There goes a cable car, and here comes one. It just came out of the opening over there. So they're going to cross up there. I hear there's some narrow stairways over there you can walk around on. In case you've never seen one empty, that's a dry dock. See? The water from the river there would fill that up. You'd drive your ship in, you'd close the door like a lock in the Panama Canal, and then empty it out. And those things are to hold the ship. There's the cable car coming back. We walked down from the cable car there. You can see it going across the river. There's the little dry dock place. Those look like some Navy boats. French Navy, I guess. There's a big bridge here we're coming to. I don't believe we're going to cross it, but if you didn't want to take the cable car, I guess you could cross it and walk along there and walk down there if you want, or stay up there and walk through that building. I don't know what it is. Or you could pay the €2 and ride the cable car. So, helicopter says toilets, but apparently they're not open.
Oh, it says occupy.
Oh, occupy. And there's the fort or whatever, the Maritime Museum, right over there. So we walked down to that. That was supposed to be one of the stops for the shuttle bus, but they said, nah, we're not going to stop there. You got to walk. So we did. Of course, it wasn't that far. And there is a metal tree. I don't know if those are live plants on it or plastic. Came from over there. There's the metal tree. That's the bridge. We just crossed the street. Duh. And we're trying to avoid bicycles. And so there's what was a fort. I mean, I guess it's still a fort, but now it's a museum. And it protected the enemy from getting up the river. Although now there's that bridge across the river, so and those must be tour boats. That's the tower for the cable car. That's the bridge. There's a old castle tower over there, and then the main thing over here. There's steps with benches in case you're tired. We're gonna walk around here. Getting up near the castle, we're gonna walk up to the entrance. I'm guessing that's a moat down there. Oh, that is deep. Can you see that? Look, I'm gonna extend this out for you. Can you see down at the bottom? Look at those. Look how big they are. I don't know the tulips you've seen, but that's my hand next to it. You see how big that is? Nice and poppies. See, flowers are growing on the sides. See that? Tariffs. €7. There it is.
This is the museum, no? That is a military seat. This is what that is. If you want to the car is very...
Well, so it's €7 to go in the museum. He said most of this is still a military installation. I believe that's what he said. So we've decided not to go in. We're going to walk around town a little more. Maybe up that street right there. There was the Fort Museum. Janet's taking pictures of the big sign that explains everything. We are going to walk up this road. We came down a road over there, remember, lined up at the bridge, sort of, over there. So we're going to walk up this way. Maybe we'll walk out to the waterfront over this side.
If you're going to do video, we could throw some of that info on
So here's a statue, Jean Cras Brest. The boat. Look at a close up of this. Let's look at it. Look at the purple glass or whatever on those buildings. And here's a garden of Louis Hemmen. Look up there though first. Now that's a tree-lined street, right? Look at that. That's cool. And a tower over there. Look at a sailing ship. More bunkers or whatever. I think the cruise ship is over that way. That's how I remember it. In fact, that's it, I think, right there. You see the vertical or horizontal lines?
Yeah.
I think that's the ship. Anyway, let's go back and go up here. Walk up here a little ways and then cut over. How does that sound? Still walking up the tree-lined street, or pathway, there's no cars on it. Street's over there, to the left. We're gonna cut across and go up there, and then cut across more, I think. Old fort, whatever, is right down there, museum. This is the tree-lined street we've been on. We walked about halfway up it. And now we're gonna cut over here. Go up here, there's a tower up here we're gonna explore. If they let us walk back to the ship,
This is where we came out.
we of course could walk down here. Tree-lined area. And this monument, which I believe has something to do with the United States. They keep this area very nice here. Very nice. And of course here's the docks, the waterfront. And that is the ship right there. I see the Princess logo on it. But you can't walk to the ship because you can't walk through the port. So there it is. It's a tower, and on this side it's sort of a sheer wall with lots of little flowers, of course. When we were on the shuttle bus, it said something about the United States gift to France or Brest or something. I don't really remember what. Almost looks like a guard tower though, doesn't it? Of course the fort is right there. And that's the city. It's made out of pink granite. Pink granite. And I can see through it right there in those slots. And here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do-do. Well, now we've got to try to get up into town. I think it means walking down some stairs here and then up some stairs across the street. See the stairs over there? It's almost like the Spanish Steps. Let's get another look at that. Some people over there giving you some scale, some perspective on size. And of course there's the ship right there. There's the monument right there. And we're gonna, I don't know. Janet sees a sign that says passage right here. I think we're gonna go up those stairs. So we came from over there, down those steps, across the street, up these steps, and now we're on a road. Nice move.
That way you can get on more steps.
Out of there, and we're on the Rue Voltaire, I think. Getting ready for some construction here. We're just finishing. And this is apparently the residential part of town. But I think there's a main square up here.
Cruise port.
So we came from down there up the steps, and now we're turned on Rue de Guillaume. So here we are in Rue de Guillaume, and there's a little park here, little square, and of course roundabouts with metal in the middle, and the United Fight Night. And a playground. And lots of flowers. Came across the park here. There's a big playground here. We came across this sign. I think the park is about that. Place Wilson. Placen Wilson. So there's the park. We're gonna work our way. The buses are like straight through there, if we could do that, which we can't. I just wanted you to see FOMO, or Phono Records. Oh, Phono, hi. And the Restaurant Italien. Around that corner. Of course, we're just zigzagging our way back to the shuttle buses. So this little place. I'm guessing that's not bathrooms. We've found ourselves back on the main train line. There's the monument from before and the Hotel de Ville. So there's shuttle buses, which is where we're headed. We're back to this monument, which means the shuttle buses are going to be, well, that might be one right there, just leaving. We might want to cross. I think it's one way. I'm hoping it is. Except for bicycles. And I think that's a theater. And I see shuttle buses there. We're back on the shuttle bus now in Brest. I'm sad to say there's only one that we could find anyway. So this is Gareth.
And Janet. Say, Port Monkey's out.
See you in the next port. Bye.
It was an accident.
Bus got really crowded, and people are hanging on. I can't wait till we take some of these curves. Some people decide to wait for the next one now, which is probably right behind us.